Aubrey, do you think IELTS general training letters are like real life letters?
Often they're not. I have
Nope.
seen quite a few lately that I'm like, I would never write that letter. That is so weird. I feel bad for students who get this prompt.
How often do we write letters anymore,
That
even?
too, right? You send a quick email. You're not going
Yeah.
to sit down and write, especially formal letters. Never.
No, not very often. But guys, you might have to do this on IELTS. So today we are answering a student request to talk about general task one letters. But before we get to that, I want to give a huge shout out to Three Keys student Wakako, who increased their scores very impressively. What did the student get before taking Three Keys IELTS?
Yes, before taking our course, they had a 6.66 and 6.5.
Mhm.
And then after they finished the course, they took the test again and got 7.5, 7.5, 6.5, and 7. Amazing.
Crazy.
Congratulations. That's so
That's so
exciting to get the
huge.
scores you need.
That's so huge. And that's why we can guarantee our course increases scores because it does. Check it out, guys. Now with personalized feedback for you on speaking and writing. So check it out, allearsenglish.com/KEYS. All right, let's get to this general task one letter example here. We're going to talk about some general tips. And then towards the end of the episode and the second half, guys, we're going to give you band nine ideas for this kind of weird task one letter.
Yes, a letter that you would not write in normal
Never,
life, in real
never.
life, you will see. But yes, our student that sent in this question, we want to shout out to Aldi Patriaton on Spotify. You can ask questions right in Spotify, guys, and ask for tips for general training writing. Task 2 is the same for general and academic. It's task 1 that's very different.
Totally, totally. So for another resource, guys, go to our blog, All Ears English. I said blog weird. I was like
Blog.
blog. Um,
Turned it into 2 syllables,
I
3
did.
syllables.
I did. Go to our blog, allearsenglish.com/IELTS and search IELTS sample general task one informal letter because there you can see a whole band nine sample letter for you. All right. So let's get into this question. Aubrey, can you read the task one question we'll talk about today?
Yes. You have recently moved to a new neighborhood and would like to join a gym there. You have found one that you are interested in. Write a letter to the manager of the sports club. In your letter, and here are the bullet points, introduce yourself, say why you are interested in this gym, ask some questions about the gym, for example, facilities, memberships, costs, etc. Write at least 150 words. This
Like,
is one of those that crack me up. Imagine doing this in real life. Never.
it's so funny. This would never happen. But I understand like they have to manufacture these situations to get you to express certain language functions. Like
Right.
I understand all of it and the why. But I just feel like we can update this a bit these days and like
Right,
make
a
it
letter
more
that you actually
applicable.
might write. Like, we've seen some where you're writing to complain about something, maybe poor service, that might happen. This, if you're going to join a gym, you're gonna call them up and ask for prices, ask for a
Yeah,
tour.
dude.
You're not going to, like, write a letter telling them,
No.
which facilities you're interested in.
It's so funny. Okay, but let's get into this, guys, because it doesn't matter what the letter is. You still have to write it, right?
Right. You
So
gotta be
first,
ready for
just
these weird ones.
yeah. So just for some general tips first, just to review, you do have to write between 150 and 180 words. The examiner does not count your words, but you have to write that much to get a good fluency and coherence score, right? To have enough information in there
Right.
to grade. So do write between 150 and 180 words. Also, the vocabulary choice is important, right?
Yes, it really matters whether the letter is informal, semi formal, or formal. So, if you're writing to a close friend, it's going to be very informal.
Mhm.
Maybe it's a neighbor that you know but aren't super close with. That would be more semi formal. And then this letter will be quite formal. You're writing to a manager of a gym. You don't know them, you don't know their
Right.
name. It's a much more formal topic. And
Yeah.
so, your vocabulary will be much more formal.
Exactly, exactly. Also, for the letter guys, here's our last tip, and then we'll give you our amazing ideas for this question. But in order to have a great task score, Guys, you have to have at least 2 very specific details about each bullet point. And we recommend doing a separate paragraph for each bullet point. This makes it very clear to the examiner that you addressed everything, that you have all the information you need, and it helps you keep it organized really well for a better cohesion coherence score. So again, 2 details at least for each bullet point. Put each bullet point in a separate paragraph.
Yes, if you're trying to get super fancy and make it flowery and then combine bullets into different paragraphs,
Never
you
works.
might forget to have enough details per bullet point, and it might just end up being a little confusing for the
Totally.
examiner all over the place. Keep it simple. Separate
Yes.
paragraph for each of these bullet points. It's going to get you the highest score.
All right, Aubrey. So let's share with our students our own Band 9 ideas. How could we answer this? What are at least 2 details that we could say in each paragraph? So, first bullet point, introduce yourself. What would you say in this first paragraph, Aubrey?
Yeah, and I think this might be the hardest one for students to remember to share 2 details. You might find yourself
Right.
just sharing your name and
Yeah.
moving right into, because this would be weird. You know this gym owner doesn't care
I
about these
know.
personal details. You have to share them anyway because the task requires it. So, I
But
would
it also
share.
it
Oh,
just
go
real
ahead.
fa like, it also has to relate to the topic too. Like, you're not
Right.
gonna be like, "I'm a mom of 4 and I'm a podcaster." Like, that doesn't what does the gym guy care about that? You
Right.
know what I mean? So,
Good
like,
point.
what do you share?
Exactly. So I would share how long I've lived in the area and,
Yeah.
that I live close by so that I'm excited that there's a gym close by. I would share the gym that I had been at previously, what I
Nice.
loved there, what I missed, something like that. So it's
Nice,
specific
nice.
to a gym, but it's still, I'm introducing myself.
I would also share, like, an injury or maybe a reason why I need to go to the
Mm,
gym, like, for me personally, guys, because you do need to put yourself as much as possible into these letters. That's how you come up with the good details, right? Use your real life. So I would say, like, recently I had another, knee injury and I tore my ACL and meniscus yet again, and so I really need to meet with an expert, a personal trainer with experience, hopefully
mm.
in knee rehabilitation or something.
That's perfect. Yes, or for me, I know I need to add strength training to my workouts.
Mm.
So if I don't have a home gym, right, I can share like, I need all of the workout equipment that I would find at a gym.
Yeah, nice, nice. All right. So, second bullet point, second paragraph, say why you are interested in this gym. Now, this is challenging, guys, because students tend to just give very general responses to stuff like this. We can't do that. You have to be specific, right? Specifically, why are you interested in this gym? What's a detail that we could give here?
Yeah, so I'm going to think of a specific gym that I have gone to so that,
Nice.
it makes sense, it's easier. And I loved one that had a cardio cinema. So it was like a movie room, a theater
Oh,
room that I could work out in. So
awesome.
I would say, I'm like, I am so excited about your cardio theater. You could call it a cardio cinema where I can work out while watching a fun film, something like that.
Nice, nice. I could say something like, I am extremely attracted to this gym's offer of including one buddy pass for every gym
Mm.
member because my son is 14 and I really want to encourage him to go to the gym with me, but I don't want to have to pay for 2 memberships.
Yes,
So having
absolutely.
a buddy pass is a huge incentive for me to join your facility.
Yes, awesome. Or you could say, classes, specific classes that might be offered at a gym. And
Yeah.
yeah, there are lots of things, but you need at least 2 specific separate details.
So remember, guys, like we're always getting students asking, where do I come up with these details? Sometimes you have to make them up for sure,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's fun. But the best way is to use your own life, just like Aubrey and I are in all of these ideas. Okay. Last bullet point, last paragraph. Ask some questions about the gym. For example, facilities, membership costs, etc. So, what is 1 or 2 questions you would ask a gym,
You could
Aubrey?
maybe ask if they have a swimming pool, right? You could ask about their locker rooms,
Yeah,
maybe the specific classes. You could ask, do you provide CrossFit classes or bar, right? This is where those topic specific details, the vocabulary is going to come in. You need to
totally.
know in English the names of a few classes provided at a gym for a letter like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so hopefully you're you're up on your English vocabulary for fitness classes. But even if you're not, maybe you don't know like Zumba and CrossFit, just use what you already know, right? You have
Yoga.
vocabulary related. Yeah, yoga. There you go. Maybe, classes for senior citizens because you want to take your mom with you or your grandma with you to the
Totally.
gym, or like asking about, yeah, like saunas, steam rooms, hot tubs, lap
Yeah.
pools. What hours do you allow free swim? I don't know.
Yes, and you could definitely ask about prices for memberships if you're able to use other locations in the
Yeah,
area, things
nice.
like that, right? Think about when you've gone to a gym, what did you care about? What did you want? And pull those
Totally.
details from your own experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that does bother me about the gym I go to is they always have the music on really loud, and you look around and like nobody's listening to the music. Everybody has
They
headphones in.
have their headphones in.
And so like, why do you have the music so loud? Maybe I would ask, do you have a volume limit for the music audio you play in the gym? Because I find that a big turnoff when I can't hear my own headphones.
I love that. Yes, as you guys can see, there are so many interesting details that you could add here. You don't want to stay general, right? It's going to be a lower vocabulary score if you stay general. It's going to be harder to get that more formal vocabulary in there as well. So the more specific you can be, the better.
And we do teach you how to do all of this and more in Three Keys IELTS, guys. So you can increase your scores just like Makako did, a whole band and a half point for each section. Check out our course, Guaranteed to Increase Scores, allearsenglish.com/KEYS. And send us a question, guys. Write us a question on Spotify or write to us at support@allearsenglish.com. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, and when you take the IELTS exam, if you get a really weird letter prompt or an essay prompt, send those. We want to hear those as
Please
well.
tell us all the weird
I
questions,
want to
guys.
know. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Awesome, Aubrey. Thank you for joining me this week.
Thank you. I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.